Hey guys and gals, this is Sonic Arrow, and I'm back again with the British tanks. So I've got the 3 Tier 2 British tanks available. And let me take a quick look. The 3 tanks are right here. There are 2 lines going straight into the heavy tree. Or not straight, I mean these guys are still light tanks, but they lead into the heavy tree. That's a medium tank. And they take exactly the same amount of experience to reach the Churchill. So, if you want to go in the heavy tree, you probably don't need to take 2 tanks to go in there, because they lead into the same spot. Now, the medium line, you do need to take the A13 Mark 1 cruiser tank Mark 3. And that's the only way you can get into the medium line. So, my suggestion is to pick one of these tanks and go through it until you get to the Churchill, and then you're totally fine, because there's only one line right after that. Alright, so let's take a quick look at these tanks. This is the, what is this, Cruiser Mark 1. Now, I have a little thing I have to say. I did not fully research these tanks. I do not have the 40mm pom-pom, and here's why. It does the same amount of damage, same amount of damage, less rate of fire, and less penetration. Now here you can see it is 0.48 accuracy at 2.3 seconds of aiming time. The default gun is 0.4 accuracy, 2.3 seconds of aiming time. So in fact, the 2-pounder cannon is better than the 40mm pom-pom. And that's why I don't have the upgraded turret either, because in the research tree you need to research the pom-pom before you can get the turret. And at tier 2, who cares? You're gonna blow through this. It costs like 1,000 something to get the A10. You're not gonna use the pom-pom anyway, because that's what the A10 gets again, until you reach the howitzer right here, which might be better, as long as you're firing HE. But we'll get to that when we're looking at those tanks. This guy has 150 hit points, 150 horsepower engine at 12.77 tons. Hull armor of 10mm all around, and 14 in the front and back, and 12mm of armor on the side of the turret. So, not a very strong tank. It does slightly remind me of the Tier 4 Russian medium tank, the T-28, because of these 2 machine gun ports right here. They look similar. It has 300 meters of view range and 375 meters of signal range, which is still very bad, but it's average for the Tier 2 tanks. Turret traverse of 44 degrees per second and track traverse of 32 degrees per second. Not bad. It's pretty good actually, but I'm used to slower traverse. 40 kilometers per hour speed limit, and you can reach that in an average amount of time. I mean, it's not a very fast tank. It does lead into the heavy side, so that's why. Alright, so let's take a look at this is a really long one, A13 Mark 1 cruiser tank Mark 3. This guy also has the 40mm pom-pom, but you do need to research the QF 2-pounder. But it's not so bad. It's like 100 something experience. So you might even get it when you purchase the Cruiser Mark 1. So it's not that bad. Now this guy has actually more armor than the Cruiser Mark 1. This guy has 14mm of hull armor all around, and the same armor on the turret. This is of course the upgraded turret. I do not have the upgraded radio because they're crap. I don't want to research these crappy radios when I can do them on higher tier tanks. Everybody, you're gonna lose sight of your team pretty much when you leave, like, and go halfway across the map. So same gun, I don't need to read off the stats. It has 320 view range, so slightly better than the Cruiser Mark 1. This is quite a fast tank, 14.5 tons at 340 horsepower. So it weighs less, sorry, it weighs more, but it has more than double the amount of horsepower than the Cruiser Mark 1. And it's pretty fast in a it's pretty fast in a straight line. Turning is a little bit iffy at full speed. You're gonna have to slow it down a little bit if you want to take tight turns. And this is what it looks like. The turret looks pretty good, but you might get some bounces from the side if they shoot at your turret. And let's take a look at the Vickers Medium Mk. This is exactly like the Medium Mark 1. As you can see here, it's got little things on that, and this one's just smooth and a little bit larger. But it still has the same 8 millimeters of hull armor, and now it's 8 millimeters of turret armor. Exactly the same, almost, except, you know, more hull armor. 40 kilometers per hour speed limit, which you may get to with the upgraded engine of 160 horsepower. This guy does have the most amount of HP, 190 out of the bridge tier 2s, but it is very slow. Slower than the Cruiser Mark 1, and definitely slower than the A13. Let's see, turret traverse of 32 and track traverse of 28. You will be circled if they choose to do so, if the enemy team chooses to do so, and you are, in fact, driving a box, just like in the other guy. Now let's see, I believe, yes, you do get a little bit of an armor increase from the upgraded turret, but that's just 2 millimeters, and whatever shooting you is still going to penetrate you with whatever 25 millimeters of penetration that they're going to have. 300 meters of view range and 375 signal range is the same as the A13, but this guy has a different set of guns that it can choose from. It does not get the machine gun from the Tier 1 medium tank, but it does get a 3-pounder and a 6-pounder, and then it goes from another 3-pounder and then another 6-pounder. Now I'm sticking with the Tier 2 3-pounder Mark II cannon because watch this. This guy has a .43 accuracy and 2.3 seconds of aiming time. And the 6-pounder has a .48 accuracy and 2.3 seconds of aiming time. So that's not good. This guy is very slow. You will not get into very good positions. It has no armor, so you should not move up forward to compensate for your lack of accuracy. And this is basically the most accurate gun you can get, .43. Now it does have 43 millimeters of penetration and 50 damage, and it is the fastest firing of the it's the fastest firing of the more penetrating guns. That didn't come out right. But it's the fastest firing gun that you want to equip on this tank, because the default one is not good. Now, engine. I've got the top engine. It starts with a 90 horsepower engine, and you are not moving with that. Not at all. You're just going to be in the base and protecting it from whatever. And, well, I find it's kind of hard to play. For me, I like a little bit faster tanks. This thing is just way too slow, and it has no armor to compensate for its slowness. And the cannon is not good for doing anything with a slow tank. It's not big. It doesn't move fast. It doesn't have armor. It's a pretty crappy tank, and I suggest you avoid this and go with the Cruiser Mark 1 when you're going on the tech tree. Go here, go to the A10, Valentine, and Churchill, who cares? These guys, you can blow through up to Tier 5 really fast. And then Tier 5, you know, you kind of slow down and start getting into the groove of things. This is what the guide looks like, and I do not have a good match with this tank. I've played several games with it, and I'm just gonna not show you the replay for this tank. It's just I kind of die really fast in most of them, and then I don't actually get around to any of the enemy tanks and the other ones that I win. So it's too slow to get to enemies, and it's too weak to defend against enemies when you meet them. So let's get into those replays.
Alright, so I'm in the Cruiser Mark 1, and this is the map Mines. And you can see I'm not moving that fast. Well, there aren't too many tactics to talk about on this map. I mean, there are tactics for the map, but in a Tier 2 game, you probably won't be able to see anything happen. Here's an A13 Mark 1 that, well, I didn't hit. It backed off right there. And I generally like to stay around here when I'm in a slow tank. Oop. And I did get hit on the side. Here's a Mark 2. He's actually moved out. There we go. And you can see there are tracers that you can watch when you fire. Looks like I missed all of them, except the last one, which didn't do anything because the guy died. Alright, here's a Mark 2.
Looks like that one went right through.
45 damage. Here's another Mark 2. 35 damage. And I'm gonna stay behind these bushes because I think they can't see me. Otherwise, they'd probably be shooting at me.
Punch right through their armor.
Or maybe they're just shooting at that guy.
Enemy is hit.
I'll let them on 6 health. Behind the tank. There he is. Oh, he got taken out. Now here's an A13. Aha. Maybe I'll get him. There we go. I got him. And then there's an A13 on top of the hill. And a Mark 1. Interesting.
We've got them.
Well, he's... Okay, there he goes. He's gone. And basically, I'm going to be waiting for this A13 to pop out when another A13 shows up. That might have been the guy that shot me. And I tried to do a shot over there. Missed there. And I'm pretty sure he's looking at me right now.
Penetration.
So I'm trying to make sure that he can't hit me. And I'm going to take shots when I feel like it. That A13 on the hill is still worrying me because he can shoot down at me if somebody spots me. And this is a very boring game, so I'll probably put the whole thing on fast forward or something. Ah, the A13 showed up again. Let's see if I can't get a hit on him. He's not looking, now he's looking, and now he can't see anything anymore. That A13 came down. He knows I'm here.
Punch right through their armor.
50 health left. I believe somebody else takes him out. Yeah, there you go. That was the last guy, and we win. Yay. Okay, let's take a look at the statistics, and then on to the next game.
632 points of experience, but that doesn't really matter. This is a Tier 2 game. And let's take a look at that next replay.
Alright, we're in the A13 Mark 1 cruiser tank, Mark... something. 3. And this is the medium tank line. You can see this guy moves a lot faster. There's a little bit of lag in the replay, so the speed is jumping up and down. But it does get up to 40s pretty fast. And as this is the Malinovka map, we're going to charge up to the hill. And you're going to see the guys at the base disappear from the map. Okay, we got a cruiser, Mark 1, that just suicided right there. And, we're taking our time getting there. Going up the hill isn't so bad. And, look at all the A13 Mark 1s going up the hill. And, of course, that Panzer 35T. Looks like 7 of us are going up here, so that's pretty good. And I do have a little bit of a problem with people going up on the hill, because they kind of go up on the hill and then they stop and try to snipe everybody from there. And they usually get picked off because the enemy team is going to be in that forest, hidden in the bushes, and we can't really see them, and there's no bushes to hide behind over here. See that A13 over there? He's actually using a machine gun, and so is that other A13. So you gotta be careful with that guy. Eventually I'll move out. There we go. Let's take one of those guns off the field.
He's gone. Find another target.
And then slap this guy. Ah, I missed. But you see, that guy does have a long reload. Oop, I'm gonna take a hit from something. The machine gun does have a long reload when it's reloading the entire clip. And now looks like there's just the 4 of us left. I don't really like being on the hill. And I also don't want to be the guy just sitting here and sniping and dying. Okay. Cruiser Mark 1, and here's where I start sniping. I'm saying don't do this, and I'm doing it anyway. Okay. Now I'm moving down. We can't let one guy go alone, and I do have more HP than he does, but not by much. Oh no. There's 3 tanks over there. My tracks ate one of the shots, and the others missed. Cruiser Mark 1. See if I can't hit him. Nope. Oh no, A13. Ah, there's his machine gun. And I did manage to bounce a few of those shots. Oh dear. Yep, he got me there. But I was reloaded fast enough to kill him. And now on 13 health, I don't want to scout or do anything. I'd like to live. And I'm waiting for this fully health, non-damaged A13 to come back me up. Or maybe he's just gonna sit here. No, alright, he's moving forward. And we've got... Aha! Cruiser Mark 1. Ooh, he's in the open. I missed my shot. Wow, that was fast. M2 light tank. He's not spotted anymore, so I'm not gonna peek myself out there. Oh, an A13 Mark 1 is sitting on right below the hill where I can't hit him, and it doesn't look like our guy can hit him either. I am taking quick peeks to see, because our other guy there back there is on 9 HP. I'm considering to go and help him. That M2 medium, that M2 light tank shows up again. Alright, he's calling for help. I'm gonna go back a little bit. See if I can't take him out from a covered position. No, I don't know if there are any tanks around there, and I still can't hit that A13. This is not a good spot. I don't know if there's any other tanks to my left, so I do not want to just roll out there and let them shoot me, because one shot and I'm dead. Okay, good. That A13... Oh no, I spotted again, but that's the proximity spot. Okay. He doesn't seem to be turning his turret. He doesn't know I'm here. Now he does. Okay, his turret is turned towards me. I'm gonna back off. The other guy's just come down. He's gonna blast him. There we go. And that A13 that came down there, that was at full health. I don't know where he went. He's gone off the radar. And let's see if I can't catch up to him or something. I was looking... Was that him? I forget. He may have died earlier and I totally forgot. Alright, so we are winning. 12-8. And you still gotta be cautious because... Well, I still have to be cautious, and so does this other A13 because we're both on really low health. A single shot from a machine gun cannon will kill us. Will kill him and maybe me, but machine gun cannon, right? So there'll be at least three more shots following that first shot. Mark 2, huh. No armor at all. You know, if you're firing HE shells at those guys, it probably would destroy them. At least if you've equipped a howitzer type cannon. You could probably one-shot those Mark 2s and Mark 1s. 8mm of armor is nothing. There we go. I demonstrated some sniping. Nope, okay, that was the last guy. We win, I got 5 kills. Let's take a look at those stats.
594 points of experience, and it doesn't matter again. These are all tier 2 tanks, it doesn't matter what you get. You will get out of them really fast. Thanks for watching, please press that like button and leave some comments. See you guys in the next video.